Hey there guys, today we are going to talk about a slingshot. So I'm going to talk about some things that possibly, this might be a little bit longer video, but that's alright. I'm going to talk about a couple different things that some people probably don't really tell you about slingshots, or things that I have learned, and some things that I've heard, or some things that I've experienced with a flat band slingshot that looks like this. Alright? So this is a little different. I took the handle of the plastic frame off of it, and it's very simple. The reason why I wanted to take the handle off, it's a lot more thinner than how thick it really was in the beginning. And these are 2mm latex or rubber. I think they're rubber bands. They must have some sort of extra thing that they added to it because it's pretty tough. They're really tough, but they're very stretchy, very powerful. And I've shot, well, yeah, that many things with it. Yep, that too. And a rabbit, okay? So, I've shot a lot of things with these, alright? This slingshot is a really, first of all, why did I buy it, okay? Well, I'm going to tell you straight up honest, I really don't really have a whole option. Back when I had essentially an area when I was younger, essentially I had 5 acres to shoot pellet guns and shoot a pile of squirrel all I wanted to, and I'd get to test and shoot cans and all that stuff. Well, now I live in an apartment, so, well, especially on the 3rd floor, you can't necessarily shoot a slingshot all that much, and indoors, especially in a very small environment, okay? So what I did is I bought a slingshot, and also a friend overseas was shooting things with it, and I'm like, you know what, that really inspired me to get really good with one, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try my best to get good with one. So that's why I have a slingshot. Alright, so the next thing that I would like to present to you that some people probably won't tell you is how to aim the thing, okay? Aiming, there's a whole entire video of one guy that I learned how to aim. You basically put your palm, not your palm, your finger, and you basically stand. There's videos on how to, shoot it and all that stuff. You basically are shooting it kind of like a bow. This elbow is up, it's up a little bit, and you're holding the slingshot straight out, okay? Straight out. And the one thing that helps me just the slightest bit is the tilt. I call this the tilt because I'm tilting the slingshot this way. And what that does is my hand doesn't necessarily move back here. This hand doesn't move essentially back here. So essentially in real time, I don't have any BBs obviously in this one, but what I'm doing is I'll tilt it, and what I'll do at the exact same time is imagine, okay, just imagine for just a little while. I have something here to show you just for reference, a ruler. So let's just imagine that there is a line, okay? There's a line right here. All right, that line is what you're going to be looking down, okay? That line is what you're going to line up this top band with this bottom band. And this is one of the things that nobody ever taught me exactly until I had to figure it out myself. I had to line up these two bands, and I'm actually going to come around the camera here just to give you a better reference here, just to show you. So essentially when you go kind of like this, all right, when you're fully stretched out, and this is not fully stretched out, but you're lining up this top band with the bottom one, just like that. Let's say I'm aiming at the corner of that cupboard right there. That's exactly what that is, all right? So enough with that. How to aim it is very, very technical. It takes a lot of practice. Not only does that affect your accuracy, it affects your accuracy all in these 2 fingers. Okay, that's all the accuracy that there really needs to be. This is number 1. Line up. Okay, I'm actually going to come close again. Line up your bands. Where are we now? Okay, line up your leather. Your what is now? If it'll focus, you'll focus on just lining up your leather just like that. Not like this, not like that, And you never want to hold in front like that. You always want to hold kind of like you're holding a guitar pick. If you're right-handed, it'll look something like that. And it'll take a little bit of tweaking to figure out exactly how to hold it. You want to hold the ball. I'm actually going to grab a ball for you. All right. So what you're going to want to do is I have the 8mm ball. Is a very small, very fast, very effective. I'm going to show you exactly how I hold the ball so you don't over rotate. If you're holding right here, what that ball is going to do is it's going to roll over your finger in flight, and it's going to hit the frame as it did right there. See that little dent? You can kind of see it. Sorry, I don't have the best camera ever. But anyway, there's a dent there, okay? And what you're going to want to do is you hold that, just the ball. Don't hold always behind it. Hold just the ball itself, okay? And I know I'm getting a little in depth here, how to hold and everything like that, but that's just the baseline so you don't continuously hit the frame. That's what I did, okay? And what I do with my left hand, I'll take the BB out of here. What I do with my left hand is I just hold, okay? I just hold, this specific frame is a little different. Every frame is different. I hold it just like that. Don't hold it like this. There's no reason to do that. If you want to do that, that's fine. I don't know how to shoot it that way, but this is how they've all taught me how to do it. I put this finger behind here, just like that, okay? Very simple. You're not going to hit your hand. You're not going to hit your fingers as long as you hold that ball perfectly straight every single time. If you get a momentum over and over and over, probably approximately 2,000 times. I went through 1,200 BBs probably in like 3 weeks from tons and tons of practice. I almost practiced almost every night, over and over and over and over and over, just to get as good as my friend overseas because I really wanted to. It was really a fun thing to do. Now, first of all, never shoot rocks out of your good slingshot. Always buy high grade steel BBs. You can get a 1,200 pack for under $30, give or take. I know I did the thing. But anyway, there's a lot of things that I would recommend other than those BBs. Now, a personalized thing that I did to this specific frame, this specific slingshot, the one thing I didn't like with this slingshot is it had a handle about this thick, okay? And it had these adjustable screws. I thought, oh yeah, those are nice. But I was thinking if I over loosen them, I could easily lose the other side, okay? And then, I was like, well, it'd be kind of nice to, replace these every once in a while. No, you don't need to do that, okay? You only do that when these are completely shot, they're completely weak, you know that's not hitting the target as hard as they should. What you want to do is you want to get some hard, solid screws, all right? Now these bands are 2mm bands. Now look how thick these are. These are pretty thick, all right? Pretty thick bands. And what I did is I squeezed the daylights out of this frame, all right? You can see right there how squeezed it is. It's not cutting the bands as far as I'm concerned, okay? They may look like they are. There's a little bit of tear, a little bit of wear on these because I've shot these over and over and over and over and over. But I'd rather have these super tight than not super tight. Because what happens is when you go to stretch it out and then this comes flying back at you, there's a chance that it could hit you in the eye. Haven't had it happen exactly, just to not yet exactly, but I do recommend that you do stuff correctly and safely as possible. Should you wear safety glasses? I mean, it's really up to you. Ton of people don't. I would recommend it if you're shooting at very much ricocheted material, such as a metal target or something. If you are shooting a metal target, make sure it spins kind of back and forth. That way there's no reason for safety glasses. They get foggy in the summer. I shot this most all summer. It was a really fun time. Shot a lot of different things with it. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with a slingshot. Just make sure you know what works for you, how to save money. Everybody wants to save money. I want to too. And what you can do is you can buy, all in all together, you could probably spend, I don't know, probably 18 some dollars on just the slingshot and the kit by itself. You can buy these bands separate, only buy these bands. There's no reason to buy any other bands other than these for hunting. That is just for hunting. Don't quote me on this, but you should buy these bands. I forgot the exact name, but they're 2mm bands. There's a pack of them, 16 of them or 20. I think it was like 10 of them for like 16 bucks or 18 bucks. I can't remember. And so yeah, they're very tough. They're a little bit harder to stretch forward, but once you get the strength to do it and a little bit of momentum and everything like that, you're gonna have really a ton of fun time doing slingshot shooting. So if any of that stuff helped you in any sort of way, ask me more questions in the comments if you want. Share this video if you want to, and we'll see you next time.